Hi, this is Everett, Everett's Watercolors. Welcome to my classroom. Now today we're going to go over a demonstration of using the Artist spray bottles. Now I've been experimenting with these and I've discovered some ideas and some techniques that I'd like to share with you. There'll be 3 videos I'm going to present. The first is I'm going to show how to make trees with just a spray bottle. The second one is going to be a crashing wave with just a spray bottle. And the third one will be a river using just a spray bottle. Now the palette and the bottle are an extension of your palette. So let's go over to my painting board and let's get started on a demonstration. Okay, this is a little demonstration using the Artist spray bottles to make a crashing wave. The color I'm using today right now is cobalt blue and water in the Artist spray bottle. Now these dot patterns that I'm showing here will start out with the blue. And we'll do a dot pattern with the dot spray bottle. And here I'm going to design. Shaking up is make sure the paint is all mixed up in there real good before you start. And then I'm going to design, make sure I got a spray. I'm going to design a wave. And I found out from experience that the closer you hold the spray bottle, the denser the dots. So I'm making a little pattern here, what I'm going to make a wave out of, at least the start of a wave. Now I'm designing where possibly the water is going to flow. Okay, and I'll pick up just the water bottle and start. Now make sure your water bottle is full of water because you want a lot of flow here in this In this demonstration, I've been demonstrating and also practicing using the Artist spray bottle. And you need to use a lot of water for the paint to flow. Now, on this particular demonstration, I'm going to move the paper back and forth. And what I do here, I bend the paper a little bit so it creates a little valley. I call it a valley, and that way you control where the water is going to flow. And then sometimes you're going to have to pick up the water bottle and put more water in because you need lots of water for this paint to flow. Put some more paint in there. Just the Artist spray bottle, just by putting more paint. This is a good technique to use. My palette in the bottle is working. It's got paint right here out of my palette and put it in the bottle. Now I'm creating art. And then you use the dot spray pattern to break up those lines that could occur. And you go back to holding the paper back and forth. Now I'm going to create that little tunnel, which would create that waveform that I'm looking for. And then rock the paper back and forth horizontally to get the paint to flow. And then I might have to add, now to show a little darker parts of the wave, adding more paint in there. Now see, this becomes all experimental. I mean, it's you have to get the paint flowing, the water flowing, and then you just have to tilt the paper and let it do its thing a little ways, but then you can control, and by bending the paper, I'm getting the paint to flow where I want it to go. And as the paper gets a little wetter with this process, it becomes a little easier for you to control it. It takes a little while for the paint to get excuse me, the paper to get wet enough for the paint to flow freely. Over here, break up some of those shapes. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the process here so you can see it on the camera. But you'd have more freedom doing it in your studio or at your in-home. But just by moving the paper back and forth and get the paint to go where you want it to go, and as it starts to dry, you'll see you have more control over the actual. You see the dark area I'm trying to get down there is a shadow of the wave. Okay. Now let me show you, this is one I did a little bit earlier and the paint has almost dried. You can see here, after the paint has dried, it's still got some dark areas. The dark areas are the shadow of the wave. And basically, at this point here, you know, the wave could be crashing this way. You know, really use your imagination about where the water is going. And the droplets up here show some of the splashing parts of the wave on the top. So this would be a good beginning of a water scene of a crashing wave. So that shows my demonstration today of using a spray bottle to make a crashing wave. Don't forget to catch my third one, which will be how to make a river, on my next video. I'll see you then.